Today I want to take you through the history of our company as well as what's coming in 2018 for the quarter midget program. Ultimate QM is part of the Affco Performance Group. Affco started in 1983, providing world-class racing products to many different racing markets. We're also part of the Speedway Motors family. Speedway Motors is America's oldest speed shop, and they started in 1952. I'm really proud to be part of an organization that has over 100 years of combined racing experience. Our sister company, Eagle Motorsports, also out of Lincoln, Nebraska, has world-class chassis fabricators, and they manufacture our Robbie Stanley Racing and AFCO Race Cars brand chassis for us. In addition to car sales, we also focus on selling all the quarter midget products that you need to finish your race car, whether it's shocks, springs, tires, wheels, rod ends, engines. We've got everything for you to complete your race car. So I'll give you a little bit of history of the AFCO quarter midget. This is my 24th year in racing. AFCO's been in racing since 1983, and it's actually my family's 10th year in quarter midget racing. We really love quarter midget racing, and it's a safe sport, and the kids really enjoy being at the track with the other families and all their friends. A couple years ago, we were racing at a local track in the senior Honda division, and Michael had qualified third out of 18 cars. And during the warm-up for the A main, he ended up getting flipped, and the left side Nerf bar ended up pinning his elbow to the track. Michael has a very high pain tolerance, and he said that he couldn't continue racing, and I ended up taking him to the emergency room. I thought his arm was definitely broken. When we got there, we found out we were really lucky. He ended up having permanent tissue damage in his lower bicep on his left arm. And for those of you that don't know Michael, he's got dreams of playing college basketball. And my family wanted to make sure that he could continue those dreams of playing college basketball, as well as pursue his passion for racing. So that's really where the idea of the ARC18 was hatched. We wanted to develop a car that didn't require him to lean out to be competitive. And we knew that if we developed a car where he didn't lean, in order to sell it, it had to be able to win races. So there's a lot of thought that went into developing this car. We first started off developing a roll cage around the driver, really encapsulating the driver. We wanted to make sure that the left side weight of the new car was equal to the current offerings. And as the driver ends up sitting up more in our car, we had to make sure that we lower the center of gravity of the other components to offset that. And we also managed to slide the kid down in the car, and we found out that we didn't have room for a solid front axle. We're definitely not the first company to use independent front suspension, but we thought it was a perfect match for our car. When you start thinking about the rest of the front suspension, the shocks really don't fit inside the upper control arms, and that's where we decided that the bell crank system was going to be the best option for us. A side benefit to our bell crank system is that we've bent 0 shocks since we've been racing the AFCO quarter midgets. I surveyed a few folks in the market, and they typically tell me they bend 5 to 10 shafts per year during the race season. That usually equates to about $500 to $1,000 in repairs. We also looked at front end collisions. From the folks I talked to, they say they spend around $200 if they have a solid front axle to repair the quarter midget. With our car, we generally bend a radius rod and a rod end. It comes to about $100. So with those 2 points in savings, we see that over the 3-year lifespan of a car, it's about a $3,000 savings for the ARC18. Now let's talk about price. We offer the ARC18 at a straight up $5,800. That includes an aluminum rear axle, a fiberglass body. The ARC18 comes standard with the MPI steering wheel, a quick disconnect hub, and also an adjustable motor plate. We've only been in production for 7 months with the ARC18, and we've been working really hard to keep the cost of racing down, and that's with all of our brands. So we're going to work hard for the next year as our volumes increase to reduce costs. The ARC18 is definitely not the cheapest quarter midget on the market. We think over the lifetime of the quarter midget, it's definitely a really good value for our customers. As we transition the ARC18 into full production, you're going to see our R&D race program taper off in 2018, and we're going to focus more on customer service and support at the track. You'll also see the Loden family campaign their Ingersoll Rand sponsored ARC18 quarter midget race cars and help us transfer that performance and setup knowledge over to the customers. The Ultimate QM team really looks forward to the 2018 race season. We're going to continue focusing on safety, value, customer service, and providing cutting-edge quarter midget products to the market. No matter the brand of quarter midget that your family runs, we want to see you at the racetrack and help take your program to the next level.